Okay, hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and we are currently holding over the waypoint near the Lourdes airport. ICAO code is Lima Tango Lima Foxtrot Bravo Tango, and this airport is very famous because it's close to the Pyrenees, and it's the famous airport for first of all for the charter flights, and second, or maybe I put it in the wrong way, it's very important for Airbus repairing services, let's say maintenance services, but this is we can get rid of this introduction. Currently we are now holding over the point which is called RC point. And what is the purpose of this video? The purpose of this video is again go around. I will choose this airport because this airport has a really very challenging go around, and if you are in cruising level and you are proud at the top of the descent within reasonable miles, it is part of the briefing to brief as well how you will proceed with your go around procedure in case of something happens, because in real life you always have to be prepared with a go around. Okay, that means that there is even with the briefing you have to set up the radio navigation for go around. You have to set up your fixed page for go around, because sometimes it can be helpful for you. Okay, but anyway, we will start with the basic preparation. So that means that we are currently out of the standard instrument arrival. We are holding over this point, and we will prepare for the ILS. So the first of all, we need to check our radio navigation aid. So that means that localizer, or let's say ILS, is 109.5. Okay, so we have it. That's quite perfect. The second thing is the curse of the ILS, 200. That's we have. That's perfect. Another point of view is airport elevation 1260. And now I will stop a little bit with the briefing, because this is very important to put it there. So 1260, because most of you are doing a little bit wrong procedure. You just go through the end and put it 5000. Okay, but in this case it somehow doesn't work. Okay, I will show you why. And you need to establish your flap retraction altitude. So that means that, for example, the previous companies I flew for has always flap retraction altitude. In case the airport wasn't any special, like this one, 800 feet. So that means that you will retract the flaps approximately at 2000 feet. Okay, so another point of view is to put it at least to have some information NDB321. NDB321 we have, so we can easily put it into the AFIS and now panel. It's right coded over there, and now we are going to ILS. We have to realize that the final approach point is really closed, so we need to be stable within DMA 0.3. Okay, and now the ILS contains standard 3 degree pass, but what is the difference? The difference is that this ILS it has higher minimums. Okay, as you can see, it's non-standard category 1. It's non-standard. It's not longer category 1 approach. Why? Because as you can see from category C, we have 1841. So I will put it there and I will continue with the explanation. And as you can see, we have converted meteorological visibility. What is it? It replaces the RVR in linear of the visibility. That means that in order to convert this visibility into the RVR, we have to use the tables which are divided from day and night conditions and multiplied. I don't know this table right now. I guess at night we have to multiply it plus 1.5, okay, in order to get the RVR information. But I'm not pretty sure. I need to check the tables because my memory is quite poor, and if you are flying from A to B destinations and there is sometimes something unusual, I will always use in cockpit in real life the tools which helps me in order to convert the situation. Okay, that's pretty fine. And now what is depicted here? For minimums based on misapproach climb gradient more than 5.2 C11-alpha. This is crucial when you have the med report on the minimums conditions. You have light airplane, you can go to this chart and look what is your climb gradient according to QRH, and according to this situation set up the minimums. But so far for our training purpose we use the standard climb gradient 2.5%. okay, and now runway is long enough, auto brake 2 is enough, and we have to set up the departure and arrival. So arrival, so we will put ILS Zulu and we'll go via RC point. Okay, and basically that's it. So we will go to the next page and put this waypoint Lima Mike Bravo, which is DME, right after the RSIC. Okay, because now we are holding over the RSIC. Okay, and now we have set up the FMC. So the next point will be to set up our gross weight of the in order to land. We are close to the landing, so we need to adjust. We don't need to adjust the table, so we put flap 30 like now and +5 and check the weather conditions. Right now, what is it in Lourdes? We have 150 3 knots. Okay, QNH 1012. It's currently okay. So then we can change the QNH 1012 as well here, and we don't need to change the QNH in descent forecast page because we are already on QNH. That means that we are below the transition flight level. And okay, well, so far it seems that we are prepared, and now we can try to realize what is the tricky of this approach. As you can see, or let's say like this one, a Boeing 737, it depends on your company procedure how you perform the go around on Boeing 737. Boeing has some recommended procedures. Some companies has some recommended procedures how to do. Some companies just when they are on acceleration, they will retracting flaps on scheduled. Some companies are making a level change, flaps up speed, and then they will retract the flaps. And now what procedure is the best to use in our case? And as you can see, I will read you for how it looks like. So miss approach, climb straight ahead, maximum to 3000 feet of the altitude. Okay, so in this case I will not put 5000 over here because it doesn't make sense. If you would like to do the V now while go around, it's not a good idea. Okay, and try to do it and you realize yourself why not. At the DME 2.5 from Oscar Sierra, which is right here, we are turning left, but this is another restriction, speed maximum 185. So in this case I will use the level change procedure. Okay, why? In order to not the full make a full flap retraction, but we will retract the flaps, and we will see on the placard right here on the airspeed indicator what will be our target flap setting. Okay, and in this case I will use the fixed page and I will put the Oscar Sierra. Oscar Sierra is ILS DME. Okay, Oscar Sierra, and as you can see it's 109.5. That's quite okay. And slash 2.5, and this is some kind of the remember that hey, we have to stop climbing at 3000 feet and right now just turning left into heading 074, and once we are on heading 074 we are allowed to climb to 4000 feet, and then we have to intercept and follow radial 12 DME arc from TARBES VOR. So the next things will be TARBES VOR. As you can see it's 113.9er, so we have to find it somewhere over here. Oh, okay, it's my fault. So once again, fixed page, that's it, and we have 12 DME arc. Okay, so slash 12 DME, and right now intercept and follow this DME arc until tap T. When crossing radial 150 from TARBES, climb to 5000 feet. So this is this radial, okay? And so in this case I will put radial 150, and then we can climb and go for the holding overhead tap T point. Okay? Yeah. And there is one tricky situation right over here. As you can see we have radial 148, and then you can see it's a little small letters, maximum 200 knots. So what I will do the next is I will put again radial 184, and now I can know that I can accelerate to approximately flaps up speed. It doesn't matter if it is the speed change within plus or minus 5 knots. So if we look at if we scroll down the page, and now we are going through all this procedure, and as you can see this is the DME arc. Okay, you have to skip it. Okay, we can go like here now, and this should be This should be our starting point. Okay, so we did a turn, and here we have to have maximum of 3000 and speed 185. Okay, so as you can see, we have the radial 184. So in this radial 184, from this point to this, we should have altitude 4000. We can climb, and we can accelerate as well to minimum clean speed configuration. Okay, and then we have this radial, which is depicted over the Watsu point, and here you can see that from this point we can climb to 5000 feet. Okay, so you have to realize when to climb and how to climb and what is your speed restriction. And now I can see that we made some change, okay, right now, because in order to fix page, I will list it, this TARBES. Okay, I will delete this Oscar Sierra. It's 109.5 and slash 2.5. So once again we will repeat all the procedure. Okay, so this is 2.5 from Oscar Sierra. It's a little bit tricky because yeah, well, we have let's say an glide slope antenna and localizer antenna, so it's mainly discrepancy because of this antenna. Okay, but here we have clearly depicted that it's DME 2. Okay, 2.5, and as you can see 2.5, it's on alphanumerical, it's 3. This C letter code, that means it's 3 nautical miles. Okay, so we should have to be good to go, but this is not to overshoot it. Okay, and now, okay, turning left max 185 until 074, climbing to 4000 feet. Okay, so once we're reaching this point, this one 185, okay, but 185 it's within the turn, so here we can accelerate. So this is all in 3000 feet. Okay, and from this point we can accelerate to 200 and climb to 4000 feet. And rest you can see we have in this radial max to 0 and so on and so I think that the explanation was really hard to understand, but this is the real life procedure when air traffic controller gives you this kind of information that make a go around and follow the standard procedure. So right now we will exit the hold. Okay, and now we are going to perform our misapproach, and we will see how it is going on. It's a really hard missed approach here. Okay, so if you would like to become a professional pilot, just try to do it. Try to read it, all the chart carefully. Try to find what will be helpful for you, and as well try to make this approach and try to train this approach, and then you will have basically no problems with any other go-arounds within Flight Simulator. Okay, but it really depends on the Flight Simulator platform which you have. If you have X-Palane or PMDG on both platforms, or let's say if you are performing it on Airbus, it's really different. Okay, so you have to find your sweet point, what is good for you. For Airbus pilots, I don't know how you are performing go around. Let's say I know, but I am not the person responsible to make you an advice. Okay, so I will show you how it looks like on the Boeing 737. As well, we have prepared TARBES VOR, okay, on standby frequency. If you have any questions, because I made a couple of videos, please check my videos. There are manual go around, automatic go around, bulk landing procedures, and so on. In real life operations, these kind of videos are crucial for you, because you have to know go around is important part of the things. Yes, it happens to pilots. For example, you are flying for 10 years on Boeing 737 and you have only 5 go-arounds. Okay, but anyway, the more you prepare R, the less stressful cockpit is. Okay, and as well you have the co-pilot, so if you need to tune the radio navigation aid for misapproach or press some buttons or something like that, feel free to do it. I'm just alone with my cheap joystick, so I will I will make it via L now, autopilot, engage, level change, and so on and so on. Okay, so now we can go to 3000 feet, which is I guess it was our final approach point, and now we can go down a little bit, and as you can see how far we are approximately 30 nautical miles from touchdown zone. That means that approximately 20 nautical miles, so it doesn't make sense to extend the flaps right now, so basically that's okay. So always have your chart like now prepared on, no matter you have electronic flatback on, you have paper charts. Okay, that's it, and watch carefully what happens, or at least as you smart enough. Okay, so focus on the landing, and basically I can obey this situation, but please, before you are performing the landing on some airport, memorize as well what is the missed approach, because sometimes it could be the big mess like you can see at this airport. It's a really big mess. Okay, yes, you can perform the approach like in or let's say without let's say or let's say disregard this approach and turning via heading, and okay, you can go back and so on, but it's unprofessional. I will highly not recommend it to do so. The procedure is like here in this airport because they are close to the Pyrenees. So the first factor is the terrain obstacles, and the second factor, if you can look at the chart, here we have the obstacle. That's why we have to continue to the ME 2.5, okay?
2500.
So once we checked our ILS 109.5, we have, and 200 we have, so that's perfectly okay. And we may start slowly decelerating, so flaps 1. Okay, we are now turning to the right into the ILS. I am deeply apologizing for you who don't like my videos, because I am not that kind of the person to show you the perfect visual effects, but I hope my video will learn somebody, and yeah, that's the purpose of my channel. So now we can check the track miles. What we forget about, it's we have 1 for 1, so that means that 1 for 6 will be our approach speed. Okay. So now we have pressed the heading select and watch the wind is blowing from this side. So we'll adjusting the heading select exactly to the waypoint, which is final approach point, because the ILS should be fly with heading select and then localizer, and then press approach mode. Okay. And once again repeat the procedure, go around flaps 15, positive red, gear up 400 L now. Okay, and then I will couple the autopilot, put the level change, and set the desired 185 speed, and I will retract the flaps according this schedule. Okay. Okay, so warlock. We have localizer captured, approach mode, and we can go down with the speed. And miss approach heading 200 is set. It's very hard to, I believe you that it's very hard for you when you are single on the multi-crew cooperation airplane, but yeah, when you have pilot incapacitation, you should fly the airplane by only one person on board, okay, one pilot on board. Anyway, we are waiting for the glide slope. Because the glide slope is very close to the airport, we may start decelerating as soon as we can see the magenta is coming. Okay. Okay, so we'll put the gear down, flaps 15, arm the speed brakes. I guess we have armed it. Okay, right now we have it. Engine start switch is continuous. Let the cabin crew know. Flaps 15, sorry, like this one. So, realize the first will be 3000, okay? So, flaps 30, 146, we have stable, we have glide slope captured in approach altitude initially set. So, landing checklist, engine start which is continuous, speed brakes, arm, landing gear down, and flaps 30, green light. And now the things are going very quickly, okay? And you can perform the go around with toggle button below 2000 feet, okay? About 2000 feet you have to disengage the autopilot or recycle the flight director switches and put that as well the new settings of the MCP. So, now, this is very crucial because we have higher minimums, okay? And we are close to 2000 feet, okay? So, approaching minimums, go around, okay? So, put flaps, positive rate of climb, gear up, okay? Now we put the all now, and we put the autopilot engage, level change. As you can see, we are approaching 3000, okay? And now you can see if I put the 185 speed, we can retract the flaps into the flaps 5 position, like this one. And now we are waiting for the DME 2.5, okay, which is right now. We need to keep the airplane within this configuration. And once we are out of this situation, we are turning, because here should be some obstacle, some transmitter or something like that. That's why we are going to fly here, okay? And now we are turning into the heading 074. I said before, so we can check it right now, okay, where we are. Okay, now we are turning with this speed Mach 075 to DME 074 and climbing to 4000 feet. So do not forget about the back, okay? And as you can see, it is 3000 or below, okay? So we are okay with the FMS database as well, no matter how it looks. And as you can see, we are close enough to the terrain. And right now what we can do, okay, we are passing, or let's say we are turning to heading, so we can climb to 4000 feet and we can accelerate the airplane. How to do it? Very simple. Put vertical speed and put it 500 feet per minute. It's okay, and accelerate the airplane. To clean up speed, you can put the flaps 1 and heading back as well. flaps up. Okay, or if you don't feel comfortable, we can make it with 1000 feet per minute, because we should have 4000 here. Okay, remember 4000. Okay, as we have flaps up, no lights, we can move the pressure from the landing gear, we can stow the speed brakes, we can perform the after takeoff checklist, and basically that's it. And this is the radial 148, we should have maximum 2000. Okay, and now we are joining the DME arc, this one. Okay, so once again like this one, and you can check it, and on depth point we can make an hold overhead depth, and it's 247 left turns. Okay, that's quite fine. And now you can see we are turning with the DME arc, that's everything is okay, everything is working properly, we are at 4000, we're keeping the maximum speed 200, that's okay. And once we're crossing the radial 150, which is right here, now we can climb to 5000 feet. Okay, so we are approaching the radial. We can pre-select it without any further problems. Okay. And now, as you can see, minimum sector altitude here is 3000 feet, so this approach climb gradient, it's not worth it for us. Okay, so we can put 1000 up. And we can a little bit speed up in order because we need to we do not need to keep the 200 knots. Okay, and in order to have the safe margin, so I will speed up a little bit the airplane. Okay, now we're reaching 5000 feet, and as you can see, depth is holding point 5000 feet minimum holding altitude, so it really fits to us. And as you can see, it's depicted right over there, and yeah, we may start the other approach for another attempt to the landing. Well, basically that it's so I hope you like this video, and leave me comments if you don't understand something, and well, try to be prepared for a go around procedure, because I see a lot of Watson videos when it was directed the pilots to perform the standard misapproach procedure, and he was completely unable to comply because he don't know what is the procedure, and this is the crucial, believe me. Okay, have a safe flights and have a great winter days. Bye bye, see you next time soon.